Hello and welcome to the first in a Fresh Service video series on IT Operations Management, ITOM for short. In the next few minutes we'll look at what ITOM is, why it's needed and what it offers to organisations. I'll start by defining ITOM. However, there are various definitions out there depending on the perspective of the definition provider because, unlike IT service management, there's not an accepted industry-wide definition. ITOM software is the set of IT management capabilities organisations need to effectively manage the provision, capacity, availability and performance of the IT infrastructure, which includes computing, network and application resources. This definition is indicative of the issue we have in defining what ITOM is and where it sits. That ITOM is commonly technology defined and each ITOM solution vendor has its own view of what ITOM is based on its solution's capabilities. The simplest way to describe the why of ITOM is to talk about the ever-increasing reliance organisations have on technology. Whether this is in delivering products and services to customers, engaging those customers throughout the customer lifecycle, or enabling employees to do the work they need to do when they need to do it. In addition to this increased importance, there's also increased IT volumes and complexity, with IT services potentially leveraging a mix of on-premises, cloud and other third-party provided capabilities. ITOM capabilities allow organisations to understand how well that IT infrastructure, including applications, performs and remedy issues as needed, ideally before the issues adversely impact business operations and outcomes. When positioning ITOM against IT service management, the first certainty is that it's not an either-or situation. Beyond this, the grey starts to appear in whether ITSM is a subset of ITOM, ITOM is a subset of ITSM, especially with ITIL4's broader coverage, or if they sit alongside each other with a degree of overlap. The second certainty is that they aren't entirely disparate capabilities, nor precisely the same thing. There's some overlap, no matter the perspective taken. In technology solution terms, some ITOM tool vendors might offer basic ITSM capabilities such as help desk. Some ITSM tool vendors might offer specific ITOM capabilities, and both ITOM and ITSM tool vendors will offer capabilities that will be beneficial across both IT management disciplines, even if they don't market them as such. This blurring between ITOM and ITSM became more complicated when ITIL4 was created on a much broader canvas, and some ITSM pros might now consider that the new body of ITSM best practice guidance houses ITOM. However, if you prefer to keep the separate disciplines perspective, the statement that ITSM is focused on the services consumed by end users, while ITOM is focused on the IT infrastructure and its components, is a helpful differentiator. Finally, another perspective to consider that's helped by the earlier definition is that ITOM isn't a distinct thing. Instead, there's only IT operations and the technology they use, ITOM software. Despite the difficulties of defining what ITOM is and isn't, we can talk about some of the typical ITOM capabilities seen in ITOM and IT service management tools. Ideally, we should take a business perspective of these ITOM capabilities, where, as with all aspects of IT, there's a need to consistently deliver the technology enablement an organisation needs. But the reality is that the capability-based definition of ITOM is heavily influenced by the available technology functions and features, with this differing by technology vendor. So here's a list of what an ITOM tool might include, not a list of what every ITOM tool offers, nor what every ITSM tool vendor has added to help its customers with ITOM. Intelligent alert and event management offers a single pane of glass and AI enablement, which we'll return to in a later video focused on AI ops. Restorative automation and orchestration capabilities, including intelligent automation. Performance management analytics for devices, networks and applications, including digital experience management, or DEX capabilities. Device or client management capabilities, including patch management. Discovery capabilities, including CMDB, cloud discovery, and perhaps service mapping. People resource management capabilities, such as on-call management. Automated predictive support for ITSM's change deployment, release, problem availability, and capacity management practices. And focused cloud management capabilities. Some ITOM tools will offer additional capabilities outside of these two. In the second video in this ITOM series, I'll talk about ITOM and DevOps. Hopefully we'll see you again soon. Bye now.